Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Natalia. Addressing the elephant in the room, in case you haven't noticed or don't follow me on Instagram, I did dye my hair back to black and it's straight, as you guys can see. We're trying something new here. I mean, I haven't had my hair this black in a very long time. I talk more about it in the Get Ready With Me that I just filmed on this look, my everyday makeup look. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. That video is going to be up later this week. But today's video is going to be, yes, another rant video. If you guys hear any noise back there, I live right in front of the train. So if I keep talking and I don't notice, it's because I've lived here so long that I literally mentally block it out. But just a disclaimer as far as that goes. You guys seem to really like when I do my off-the-cusp rant videos. And I've got to say that sometimes they're scripted or outlined where I put my thoughts down like in my notes, you know, app on my phone or whatever. And I just have like a general idea of what I'm going to say. But then there's some videos where I go into completely blind, just talking off the top of my head. And today is one of those videos. Now, this first issue I'm going to speak on, I have to say I am late on it for a couple of reasons. One, there's just been a ton going on where I haven't been on top of my YouTube game. It's been my birthday month. There's a lot wedding planning wise too. Like, it's just been crazy. But another reason why I didn't talk about this yet is because it is a situation that infuriated me so much that I did not want to come on here and get crazy, because that was how I felt. Like, I gotta be honest. I apologize if I keep touching my hair in this video. Apologies, like, beforehand. But so the situation that I'm talking about is the tourism craziness that has been happening in Puerto Rico as of late. If you guys haven't been on Twitter, aren't on TikTok, or any of those quick social media platforms, there have been a lot of videos going around of tourists destroying the island. So there have been tons of videos of people fighting, people breaking things, throwing things, vandalizing buildings. Like, I'm talking out of control. Now, let me just start by saying it is never, ever, ever, and this is going to be the obvious, never, ever, ever okay to go somewhere and act like a complete fool. I would be just as upset if people were visiting New York, my home state, doing that. I know people in Miami are sick of the way people act when they go over there. If it were Vegas, if it were LA, if it were anywhere, you can't visit anywhere and destroy properties and just act like a complete idiot. Now, the difference with Puerto Rico and these cities is that these are some of the biggest, richest, most major cities in the entire world, the ones that I just named. So if things really got that ugly, the cities usually are able to fund and help rebuild these certain areas. Now, albeit they don't always do it in the right way, in the most timely fashion. Like, we have our own issues up here in New York, as well as the rest of the 50 states. Puerto Rico is an island that is still reeling after the destruction of Hurricane Maria almost 4 years ago. Still reeling after the destruction of the earthquakes. Still reeling after the destruction that its own corrupt government has done and committed. Now, if you guys don't remember, a couple of years ago when everything happened with the governor, Ricardo Rosselló, where I'm sure you guys saw it was all over the news, everyone protested, and they eventually got him to leave office. Now, there were lots of properties that were destroyed there too by people on the island. Those properties, a lot of them still haven't been able to recover, completely shut down their businesses. Like, there's a lot that has happened in the last few years in Puerto Rico. The last thing that they need is people coming out of nowhere and acting fools. Now, these videos, I have to say, like, when I said earlier that they infuriated me, how could they not do that to anybody? And what infuriated me more, and I'm sure these were not the only ones, I'm positive, because it always happens that we're the ones who always get pushed to the forefront and blamed. But a lot of these videos show my fellow Black and brown people being the ones acting up, fighting, destroying things, and all of that. And like I said, I know for a fact they are not the only ones, but those are the videos that you see. And it just paints everyone in such a bad light. It paints the tourists in a bad light. It paints the island in a bad light. Like, they can't keep everything under control. I just have to say, for what? Who goes on vacation wanting to fight, wanting to f things up? Who does that? Who does that? Same thing happened over spring break in Miami. I went to Miami for spring break a couple of years ago, back in 2019, because it was my brother's birthday, and we totally did not even realize that it was the week of spring break. Like, that's how old we are. But we didn't even realize that it was the week of spring break, and it was insane. You couldn't even walk down South Beach. Many of the places were overcrowded and hard to get into, and that was before the pandemic. I can only imagine now, during the pandemic, how insane things were over there. Now, that's the very next important part of this. The second important part of this is that we are still in a pandemic. Now, everyone, I myself included, is insane to get out there, to live a normal life, to be over and done with this, put this in the past and act like it didn't happen. I understand, but you can't go to places and destroy things, especially places that are struggling for many, many reasons beyond your comprehension. Another issue that Puerto Rico is having is obviously the pandemic, dealing with sick patients, dealing with unemployment. Like, this goes so far beyond just the destruction of property and people acting up. People don't even realize. And it's just really sad to see our own people going out there and acting a fool. So in no way am I saying stop going to Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico truly, truly, truly needs the tourism. That is literally their biggest moneymaker. But I beg you, if you are going, just be a normal tourist. Just be there to relax on the beach, to sightsee, to eat good food, to dance to awesome music. Like, just do that. There's no need to fight at the airport or fight at a bar or anything, because these places are still suffering. They don't need this added foolishness on top of it. I am really like containing myself and watching my words, because like I said, this is a topic that got me so upset. But I think that it's very important that it continues being put out there. I've seen people all over TikTok, people all over Twitter and Instagram talking about it. And I just had to collect myself. Like, I'm going to be real. I did not want to come on here and half-ass a video. I did not want to come on here and talk out of, where the sun don't shine. Like, I wanted to be as eloquent as I can and as put together as I can, because this one really triggered me. So that is the situation with that. I encourage you to continue to use your voice if you see more of this activity going on. Spread the word. Let people know that that is not okay. I don't know why they would think it is, but it's never okay to do it anywhere. Next topic is going to be one that's a little bit more lighthearted, and I'm not going to rant that long about this, but I just have to express my true gratitude and excitement for Bad Bunny. I watched him at Wrestlemania this weekend. If you guys didn't know, I've mentioned it in like old videos, but I was a huge WWE fan growing up. Like, my brother and I were obsessed. My parents used to take us to the shows and to the autograph signings whenever the wrestlers would come. And just like, I'm telling you, like, I was that kid. So to see Bad Bunny like living his dream, I literally like lived vicariously through him, because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a WWE wrestler. And to just see him having so much fun and getting this huge recognition in front of an entire new audience of people who didn't know who he was. I'm just so proud of him. I'm so proud of being Puerto Rican. I'm so proud of being Latina. I'm so proud of being a fan of his. I think that this was an opportunity for him to paint all of us in a really good light, and just like I said, like, live his dream. Like, who gets to do that? Be a major multi-platinum selling artist, and then at the same time you get to be a WWE wrestler. Like, it doesn't really get any cooler than that. So I'm so proud of him. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say on that, because it was just a moment para la raza, Last topic I wanted to talk about is one that like, I don't know how I feel, because I do like them. And This is about Khloe Kardashian and the Kardashians and everything that popped off over the last week. If you guys were living under a rock, away from social media this week, then you guys wouldn't know about the latest saga with the Kardashian family. And that is that Khloe Kardashian's, or the Kardashians' grandma, MJ, posted a photo of Khloe that was unedited, her real body, no darkening of the skin color, no curving of the waist, no fixing the face, none of that. And she looked great. I would kill for that body. Her arms looked nice. Her stomach was toned. She barely had any cellulite on the front, which, hello, when you have big thighs, when you've had a kid, when you have all of that, when you're growing up, you are bound to get. She looked amazing. Now, the Kardashians basically hired a huge lawyer squad to basically erase the photo from the internet, which obviously is impossible because once it's out, it is out forever. That's why you gotta be careful, taking my own words. So all of those gossipy sites and blogs got a hold of the photo, were reposting it and all of that. And Khloe was trying to scrape the photo off the internet, and then she went on Instagram. Now, this is the part that everyone, gave their reaction for, because she went on Instagram live and was in a really dimly or softly lit room. She was far away from the camera and showing off her body as if to say, look, this is how I really look, blah, blah, blah. And then she posted a really long post talking about how her insecurities have gotten the best of her, which you gotta feel for her, because it is true that the internet is very, very mean to Khloe specifically, calling her the fat sister, the ugly sister, saying she doesn't have the same dad, just being very, very unnecessarily rude to her. But at the same time, the Kardashians literally have set the standard of beauty. Everyone, for a point in time, now it seems to have died down a little bit, but not that much, where for a significant point in time, everyone wanted to look just like them. I mean, even up until a couple of years ago when Kylie started overlining her lips, aka lip filler, getting bigger lips and just posting these voluptuous nude mauve lips. Everyone lived for it. I lived for it. I got sucked into it. I've gotten lip filler twice before. I'm telling you, these people have set the literal standard of beauty. It's almost like, how can you complain about being held to the standards that you guys have been the ones to put out there? All of your photos are always edited, and not just Khloe, but Kim, Kendall, Kylie, all of them. Any major influencer has filtered photos. I post filtered photos too. Everyone does. It's like you can't talk out of two sides of your mouth, okay? You can't spew out of one side, love the way you are, trust who you are, be proud of your body and your progress and what you're working towards and all of that, and then turn around and go absolutely insane when an unfiltered, unedited photo of you gets released. Because guess what happens? People don't know what to do with that, and it's only going to garner you more hate, which in this case it has. I mean, what do they expect? We see them on the show. People see them in real life. People will know that your body doesn't actually look like that. You know what I mean? Either way, it's gonna get out there. The only thing that people have said, I don't know how true this is, but a lot of people say that it is the truth, where paparazzi's not the same like back in the day. When you see what happened with Britney and everything, it's not the same like that anymore. Because now paparazzi, basically with the rise of Instagram and social media, celebrities are much more in control and able to post in an instant what they're doing, what they're eating, what their workout routine is, all of that stuff. So paparazzi has lost that sort of exclusivity that they had. But what I've heard is that the paparazzi will take the photos of the Kardashians, send them to them, let them edit them, let them pick the ones they want, and then that's what will be posted in the magazines, on the blogs, on the Instagrams, and all of that. It's almost like they're so used to having control that the second they don't anymore, they just spiral out of control. And it's sad. It's honestly sad because these are some of the most successful and powerful women in the entertainment industry right now. Think whatever you want to think of them. They are some of the original influencers, especially Kim. And you want to see people like that use their platform for good, you know? And I think that Khloe really missed an opportunity here to change the narrative. And if she truly believes in embracing who you are and loving the way that you are naturally, even though their bodies aren't natural, but you know what I mean. If she truly believed that, this was really an opportunity for them to embrace it and accept it and show that it's okay to post an unfiltered photo. It's okay to accept the way that you look. But to just try to erase it off of the internet and do this whole Instagram freaking performance where you're showing that that's how you really are. Like, it was just a show for no reason. And I feel like they really missed the mark on that. Like, that was an opportunity for them to show that it's okay to have cellulite and it's okay to get older and it's okay to look like this after you've had a baby. It left a sour taste in my mouth, I have to be honest. And I like Khloe. Like, I like Khloe aside from all the Jordan and Tristan stuff, because she really pissed me off with that one too. But other than that, I felt for her because she was really ridiculed by the media and by the fans and all of that. And so, you know, this was an opportunity for her to like change the whole narrative, and she didn't do that. And for me, I don't know where to go from there. Like, I don't know if they could go any lower than that. Like, now it's just proven. I mean, we already knew that all of their photos were heavily filtered and heavily edited, but now it's like, now every photo you post, people know that you don't look like that. And people already did know you didn't look like that, but now you just kind of made a fool out of yourself, like, doing that. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below about these topics, because I don't know, this is stuff I care about. This is the stuff that I want to talk about. So that's just me. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy these rant videos, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and let me know what topics you want me to cover in the comments. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same. Highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game.